guys, it's Nyra. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a in-depth face routine video, and let me tell you something first. Primero, my lashes make it look a little wonky, and I beat you to it. Now you can't say anything stupid in the comments because I don't know if you can even tell or not, but I just put them on, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like fixing them. So there's that. Second thing, I have no idea where my beauty blender went. You guys saw me using it every video I filmed, and then today I go to find it and I have no idea where my beauty blender is. So we're using sponges today, but that's just for this video. I do suggest using a beauty blender. Even the beauty blender, like the knockoff ones, are just as good. So yeah, let's get into my face routine. I'm starting off with my favorite foundation, the Dream Liquid Mousse. And about foundation, in order to have a really flawless, like full coverage, like, you know, airbrush look, you have to make sure that you are putting on enough foundation. And sometimes enough foundation feels like too much foundation. I think I talked about this on my channel a few videos back, but yeah, recently I realized I wasn't getting the finish and like that flawless foundation look that I wanted, and I was looking almost cakey and like unfinished because I wasn't using enough foundation. Now, don't be like me. Don't be like me. I just forgot to put setting powder under this. So I'm gonna go wipe this off and I'll be back. We're doing this the right way today. Okay, sorry about that, I'm ditzy. So I'm taking the Smashbox Photo Set finishing powder and I'm putting this under my foundation. I love putting translucent powder under foundation in the summer, or if you just have oily skin, because it soaks up all of the oils and keeps you looking matte and keeps your makeup on for a really long time. This trick is the reason I no longer use a setting spray. Now we're going to go in with our foundation, and like I said, just make sure you have enough foundation to get a nice full coverage finish. Now that our foundation is blended out and we look cute and airbrushed, I am taking my 35 Deep Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and with under eye concealer, I have noticed that especially when using a full coverage under eye concealer, I like to put it here, focus it in the center, like towards my nose, and then blend out so that I'm not too highlighted. I also like to use setting powder when blending out my concealer. So what I'll do is I'll start to blend it. I'll tap it in where it is and then start to blend out. And then as I'm starting to blend out, I take a very little bit, and we take a very little bit so that we don't get a white cast. And we put that over the concealer. That way you are immediately setting the concealer. You're not giving it any time to crease or, you know, act funny, slide around on your face. With my chin and my nose, I blend out with just a little bit of setting powder on the sponge or the beauty blender, not a lot. You don't need as much setting on those areas. But if you are like super oily in your T-zone, then I would say go ahead and, you know, put a decent amount of setting powder on when you're blending out all of the concealer. But I'm really the most oily and my makeup shifts the most just under here, so that's where I use the most setting powder. Okay, now onto contouring. I take a cream contour and I like to set it with a bronzer. So I'm taking a Nikkie cream foundation that is darker than my skin tone. because the coverage is better, obviously, because it's a foundation and not a contour color. So I'm going to take this cream contour color and I'm going to contour my nose and my cheeks. I don't contour my forehead or my chin just because I don't feel like I need to. That's just not the look that I like. But if you do, then go ahead. That's your choice. I'm going to very lightly run it on the hollows of my cheeks. I went through a phase where I liked like a really, really like sharp snatch contour, but now I like it more natural. Don't get me wrong though, some days I'm still full drag. Before I set that, I take a sponge and I go over it just to blend. This is why you use a beauty blender instead, because look, the sponge still had foundation on it. I go over it before setting it with the powder because I like to blend it out, make it, you know, really go into my skin, make the contour look, you know, natural enough. Okay, now I'm going in to my surprise, the e.l.f. blush and bronzer duo. I love e.l.f.'s face products because they're so cheap and they're so good. I'm going over the places I just contoured with the bronzer. I don't go over with a powder contour color most of the time just so that it's not harsh, and because sometimes it looks really muddy if you know, do cream contour and then you do powder contour over to set it and then you do bronzer. So to avoid the muddiness and to keep my contour from looking drag queen like, because ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's not the look I'm going for when I'm, you know, heading to the mall, heading to a job interview. My absolute favorite my favorite part of my face makeup, blush. I'm taking the blush palette I've been raving about, the e.l.f. cream blush palette, and I'm taking obviously the only shade I've even touched in this because it fits me the best. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, honey. Not like as one color, but I like my blush to be pretty much on top of my contour. Now, I don't always work out like that, if we're being honest. She don't always go where she's supposed to. And now I'm moving on to highlight. I'm not crazy about highlight. Like, is that strange a little? Okay, who cares? I like to take cream highlights on my nose just because I feel like it's more blinding. And I pretty much do powder highlights just on my cheeks. So I'm taking my Wet n Wild Mega Glow. I use this over my glow kit because it's less chalky and less like glittery, and it's more of just a glow and not like specks of chalky glitter on my face. Not to come for the glow kit because sometimes I do use it, but I do like this better. That was my everyday face routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video because I had a lot of fun filming, and I had a lot of fun doing a video where I really got to talk and like explain what I was doing because I love talking about makeup. Obviously, that's why I have a channel about it. That's why I spend every penny I have on makeup. That's not a joke. I spend all of my money on makeup. It's an addiction. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can like and leave me a comment down below telling me what you thought. And you can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this because I upload more or less every single day. So yeah, that's fun. Come on and join the party. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.